was shit that wasn't even on the list of things to talk about.
We're gonna go back to the list right now. But Sean Alexander, do you think he was better than Oscar De La Hoya? Because he's a good B-level fighter.
Who?
Not about
Sean
Alexander? Who's that?
Devin Alexander.
Devin, there we go. I don't think Sean Alexander. You think he was better than De La Hoya? We like to say De La Hoya is one of the highest B-level fighters, no? Okay.
Just wasn't big enough.
Devin Alexander better than De La Hoya? I mean,
better than De La Hoya.
What's wrong with you? Everything okay?
I'm just trying to throw it. They're both B-level fighters. They're not A-level fighters. I'm just trying to throw that
He's
shit out
trying
there.
to make up for his Canelo bias.
Yeah,
So
is everything okay?
I'm not biased by Canelo, but hey. Okay, I know you had a subject about Manny Pacquiao.
Time out. Let's just be honest about our biases. We all have our biases.
I got an Errol bias. I got a Charlo bias. I got an AJ bias.
You know, a lot of
Everybody
times
has
why
a
I go against you and Canelo, just because it makes it fun.
Right. Yeah.
It makes it fun.
So that was that whole fake news.
Okay, ask.
Popping dirty for feds.
If we're gonna go about that 50 minutes, I don't shit on people who do steroids. I don't care. I
He's
personally
never
don't
popped
care.
again, though, bro.
I'm not. I don't care. I truthfully don't. I'm different.
He's never
I'm
popped
different.
again.
So you never got caught again, is what you're saying?
No, he's never popped again. Like even Vada, they
Santa
tweeted out.
Maria.
They said, "Oh, congratulations, Canelo, for winning and testing clean."
You wanted to talk about Manny Pacquiao and then if he
Why don't we bring up Manny Pacquiao, bro?
Because we were talking about being dirty.
Yeah, why don't no one?
Okay,
ever
that's
bring
how
up-
we're gonna drift
But I
right
think
to the
difference
Manny
is-
Pacquiao.
Can I say something?
Difference is
Santa
he's
Maria.
never popped dirty.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've had a Floyd bias since I was 4. I mean, since I was
Like
not
6
4,
years
since I was
ago.
9. Since I was 9. Since I was
years
9.
ago.
My bad. Since I was 9, right? Since I was 9. No, but look, and you always make me be crazy. Like what I always see on ESPN, they always try to put like say that Floyd was scared of Manny and everything. Would say Floyd was scared of Manny. And all Floyd ever wanted him to do was fucking take a drug test, and he never wanted to take a drug test. Like,
It's widely understood that there's a good chance that Manny was juicing.
no, but why is it so hard for you, bro? Just simply all
'Cause you
Floyd
were
said was
juicing.
take a drug test.
Because you were juicing.
Exactly. Then why don't like no one? And
I've
remember all
always
those,
said that.
Remember all those Duck Pac-Man shirts and all that shit.
I've always said that, though. I always felt like Manny Pacquiao got off light by that fight happening when it did. Because if it had happened when he was still pretty boy Floyd, he'd ended up on the fucking floor.
Oh, pretty boy Floyd would have dogged him.
Would have killed that man.
I say 06. Oh wait, if they would have fought in 04,
Arturo Gatti Floyd would have killed him.
that's 04 Floyd. No, that's 06.
That's 03.
03?
I think it's 03.
That's 04.
Okay, can we go to the aspect of Manny Pacquiao? If he should be stripped or not?
Well, according
Is he gonna fight
the
Ugas?
Okay,
He's
so
not fighting Ugas. If you
so-
don't fight Ugas or fucking
What the
Spence,
de-
it doesn't matter.
So the WBA said is a very valid point. They said it's been almost 2 years and he's had no title defenses. So if he doesn't fight either,
The
his
title, it
man-
wasn't the title defense against Keith Thurman?
that was almost 2
That was
years ago.
2019.
2 years ago,
dog.
damn.
That was almost 2 years ago. That's
That
what
was
I'm saying.
2000.
That's fucking
So
damn.
if you don't fight against somebody in our top 10, basically Ugas or Spence, then you're going to be stripped. So basically what it is this is coming from him talking that I'm about
Conor
to fight
shit.
Conor McGregor
For
shit.
the WBA. And he was
Yeah.
saying this for the WBA. Because
And
Conor
so-
even said in the interview
and
with
so
Errol Wani.
and so the WBA responded with, if you
Fuck
try that
that.
shit, we're stripping you.
Okay,
So if he does chase the bag, which I feel like this,
he's
Manny's done enough in his career that if all he wants to do is chase the bag, that's fine, but you got to give up the belt. Because everybody's going to say, oh, well, Floyd fought him, but Floyd didn't have any belts when he fought him. He was coming out of
And they just paid
retirement.
a
He came
weird
out of
belt.
retirement.
Exhibition shit type of
made a shit ton of money, embarrassed them, and just proved to these dumbass knuckle
great.
dragging UFC fans that it's two different sports. Which the smart ones already knew, but the stupid ones had to be shown. So I don't have a problem with him taking the bag instead of and dropping the belt, because I've said a bunch of times that I think he's gonna retire because he's getting old. Motherfucker's 43, about to be 43 years old.
And if he gets stripped of if he decides to give up that belt, will they give Spence the chance to fight for it, or how's the
No,
process?
they
dead.
just automatically
No,
go to
and the
Ugas.
WBA also said they'll make the fight between him and Ugas for the WBA belt. They're going to elevate Ugas to the super champion
'Cause he's a
and make
regular.
a unification between the two of them.
Oh,
Him
okay.
versus
So he's the
Spence.
regular.
So you wouldn't get mad if Pacquiao, you find out it's his next fight is against Ugas?
No.
Why would we get mad?
If he's a regular champion and that's your mandatory, then no, I'm not mad at you for that. One, it's a good fucking fighter. It's not like it's Alexander Booth Booten talking about popping dirty.
Alexander Booth Booten.
Yeah, he was the mandatory for the WBO welterweight championship till he popped dirty for Peds. I think his suspension just ended though, but he don't want no
Who
parts
is
of
that,
Terrence
bro?
Crawford. Eastern European.
Oh,
Come on, he's a European. He dislikes him.
No, I just dislike drug cheats.
He's just an American and very patriotic.
Nah, fuck this shit. I'm pro-black.
See, there we go.
Pro PBC black.
No, just pro
No, I'm
black.
pro-black. I
He
like
likes
Terrence
Terrence
Crawford.
Crawford. He just said it.
I'm a huge Terrence Crawford fan, and I knew about fucking Chris Eubanks Jr. way before y'all motherfuckers did.
I knew
Yeah,
about
you
Chris
used to.
Eubanks.
Yeah, I used
Now,
to
but
tell
now
people
you
about
shit
it.
on him.
I-
Now. You shit on him bad.
No, his. What? No,
It's his
I
dad,
shit on.
bro.
I think his pops was fucking.
No,
crazy,
his dad
too.
be
I like his
good.
dad.
Oh,
I like
you
his
like
dad.
his dad?
Dad be killing, and his dad was a good fighter.
I like his
so
memes,
I shoot the pass for the dad because the dad was a damn good fighter too. So
Flashy.
you try to throw him in front of the Canelo bus. That's why I that's when I shit on him. Cause
Well,
you like
it's
you be trying to push Eubanks Jr. in front of Charlo in front like he's the car the fat kid gets behind.
Well, dog, just because look, that's what PBC literally offered Canelo. They offered him Chris Eubanks Jr. first on Fox. Then they offered
But
him
he's trying to
Caleb
get him to
Plant
do
on
it
pay-per-view.
instead. He's trying to get him to do that shit instead.
Well, what you texted Canelo and told him to fight? You texted him
When he brings this
No, I do not know him.
You
man.
told
No.
him to fight.
when he brings this up, that's what he does. Like, oh well,
He-
instead of
he
fighting
has-
him,
he's
fight
manifesting.
this guy.
He
Yeah,
has this
right.
portray image that right there. Because if I actually would be able to talk to Canelo, I would be telling him, "Hey,
Oh, I never said that.
Who'd you tell him to fight? If you-
I never-
if
I would tell him. I would like you.
I make De La Hoya spatula jokes a lot, but I'll never make.
I will personally tell him I would love to see him against. If he asked me,
Yeah, what do
who
you
do
want
I
to do?
want? Who do you
Anyway,
want me to
what
fight?
do you want to do?
I'm gonna tell him I want Charlo. I want him to fight
Okay.
Charlo.
If he
Okay,
says,
either
"I want
Charlo.
two
I don't
fights
give a
this
flying
year,"
fuck which
If
one.
he says, "Give me 2 fights for this year to take," and I'll try to make it happen. Give me him.
It's gonna be Charlo. Number
No,
one.
And who else?
who do you want him?
He's not gonna. He's
you.
never gonna say Caleb Plant because he don't like him for whatever reason. He don't like white people.
No, it's not that. But I'm saying, who would you want him to fight?
If it going to be one Charlo, I'll pick one.
Why would
But
you
you're
want
not
him to fight
answering the
both
question.
Charlos?
Okay, can you let me finish? I
The
can
other one's
say.
at 54.
Okay, but for two people, I want to give
He's about to move.
the
He ain't gonna be
160.
here too much longer. Ain't no reason to stay.
I'll tell him to fight
They want him to
160
fight
pounds.
Anderson Lubin next.
I want to fight
What?
Charlo. The Charlo first. I would say if I would be your Charlo, Benavides, or if you want to put Charlo and Plant, I wouldn't even give a shit.
That's a tough
mine.
ass
Truthfully, mine number one would be
You have to
Charlo.
control. What are you picking?
Charlo number one would be right there in May.
That's tough.
Okay.
And to September, I probably would say Benavides because that would be interesting.
bro,
Two
give me
people
a-
how they're gonna fight. It'll be entertaining. It'll be
Give
entertaining.
me a warm up, dog. Bro,
Why?
Fuck, you're only giving me 2 fucking fights for this year. You said.
you're
So
gonna
you,
get. You're gonna.
you told me if there's only gonna be 2 people for this year. Well, fuck. If I get to choose and he's gonna do it, I'm gonna pick Charlo number one and Benavides.
toughest fight this year.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
Not
he
my
took a
problem. I'm
4-year
not the
break,
one.
So why not?
I'm not the one that's getting in there.
Canelo. He took a fucking 4-year
He
break. So
thinks
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
His-
Break, yeah.
all the cheap dudes he's been fighting.
Oh my fucking.
But if you give my opinion, Charlo number one. If that's the only person he fights, okay, that's fine. That's the number one fight I want to see. If them two fight,
That's definitely
to me
happening in
personally,
Texas, though.
Yeah, can I make? Can I?
hold on. And just to help, because he says I'm very lean towards Canelo. To me, that fight is a 60-40.
60-40.
I think that, no, not money wise, in who's gonna win.
60-40. Who's gonna win?
Yes, I barely give it to Canelo. He might win. That's it. I still think Canelo does get hit occasionally. Charlo has that fucking power that could put him out.
Damn, Canelo
and I think
doesn't
there's a lot
fight.
of skills we have not seen from the 160
He doesn't
Charlo.
fight fast
People that's
athletic
fast.
fighters.
That's what I was about to say.
The last athletic fighter he was in the ring with,
Lara.
and then before
No,
that,
Amir Khan. Bro, he's fast. You said fast. Stop. You said fast. Show some respect. You said fast. I know, but you said fast.
he snores
No,
fast
but he
too.
said fast. Did he not say fast? Did he not say fast? Give me that. Did he not say fast?
You're absolutely correct. Amir Khan has ungodly speed. He hits the ground faster than anybody in the fucking.
And where's the AJ joke? I know there's an AJ joke in there too.
Bro, why'd you bring up
What?
About
What?
his
That shit-
about
We're
him
talking
fucking his
about
wife.
middleweights and welterweights right now.
Wow, yeah, no, I wasn't even.
You always do that. You always do. When Amir Khan, you
No, that's-
make fun
that's
of how
Amir-
he gets
that's
put to
Amir Khan's
sleep.
Problem.
You
Well,
put-
well, shit, his wife got to do something like
Oh,
something.
bro,
There
I
it
seen
is.
that.
There it
Hey,
is.
Hey, I
fucking
seen
love
that. That clip showed up on my YouTube.
said
The one
that.
of him and Floyd laughing about it. Of
AJ like, bro, cut it out.
out.
Bro, cut it. Nigga, you trying to.
You trying to mess up my image? I'm a good boy over here.
I'll tell you about that shit later. That wasn't even. I didn't do it. That's the nigga. I'll tell you about that shit later. But right now, shut the fuck
Like,
up.
cut it out, bro.
When the cameras go down, we'll talk about this shit.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Hey, did you see your boy, Kell Brook, who he was calling out? I know you don't give a fuck, but who was calling
Bro, why are
out?
we
Time
talking
out. How
about
the
British
fuck-
welterweights that have?
Because
nothing
I'm
to
not
do
gonna,
with
I am
top
not
five?
gonna continue fucking talking about someone's wife. and how they were.
Bro, why'd you bring that
Go to the
up?
next subject then.
We can't talk about a fucking subject because then you guys get sidetracked about making
No,
fun
we
of
don't.
Canelo. Literally, we're talking about the 135, and you guys found a way to bring in Canelo and Charlo in this shit.
I didn't think I was on Charlo.
So I could tell this episode's gonna go lean this way so far. So might as well fucking just go off the road. 'Cause-
130 to 135,
Okay,
bro.
go.
You ready?
Go. Tell me. You
can-
want to talk about the drama?
Can I
130,
make a
135.
can I
Tell me,
make
go.
a little
Say it,
tournament?
say
I'll
it,
make a
say
little
it.
tournament. All
It's
right.
gonna lead this shit into Canelo and fucking Charlo right now. Watch.
This is
Watch.
If I can make a tournament, this is a tournament I want. I
I don't
want.
get to get under his skin often. It's
Give
fun
me,
like
give me.
it takes a little work.
Give
but
me
I get
Tank
it.
Ryan in a little tournament.
Oh,
Tank
no.
Ryan.
Don't do that to Ryan.
He wants it. Let him take. Get your ass knocked out. Tank Ryan,
Alright.
and then give me Tiafimo versus Devin. The winner of those face each other. Unify at 35, and then you can also give me
That's not even unified. That's undisputed at 35.
That's undisputed. Yeah, and then give me
That's nice.
give me Shakur versus either no. I'll let Shakur fight Berchelt first. Let Shakur fight Berchelt, give his belt, and then
They can fight Gary Russell.
beat the fuck out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then fight Gary Russell
It's not gonna be an easy fight
against who?
against Gary Russell.
I didn't say against Gary Russell. I said against Berchelt.
Oh, that's gonna be ass.
Why I think he's
that's gonna
So
be
walking.
ass.
That's a walking punching bag. And then
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
let
I'd be entertaining.
you
to
know what
watch.
fight I really want to see? I'm sorry, I had to cut it. I want to see Tank versus Gary Russell in the DMV, bro. I need
That
to,
would be
that'd be crazy.
That would have to be after all this.
A lot of
all
security.
the restrictions. No, that'd have to be after all the restrictions.
Yeah, but a lot
are
of
off.
security too, bro.
Well, it's the DMV. It's always gonna be a lot of security.
Tank brings all the ratchets, bro. You know, and have to.
Oh, and
they're
Gary
both
Gary
from-
putting his arm around motherfucking grown about
Someone's
around motherfucker's
dad?
Yeah, that was a violation.
He should have beat his ass.
No, I should've
Why
shot
didn't
him,
they
you
fight?
fucking finish.
Should have shot him.
Nah, we ain't. Nah, I ain't beat my ass. No, we passed that.
And my dad got and you
We
posted
close.
it trying to look
Yeah,
cool.
no, we close. We me and my pops is close. We passed fighting.
Yeah,
We getting
like
popped.
that's my trainer type
Yeah.
pops, bro. Yeah, you'd have to get
Mm-mm.
popped.
Nah.
Or I'm stepping up to you at least. He didn't step up to him.
No,
or
no,
nothing.
ain't none of that.
You seen him at the parking lot? Him and his team.
I'm gonna leave him in the trunk.
Oh.
Like, we ain't doing none of that.
In the 135 division, could you put a 6-man tournament, or is there only way in 135
I
you
want
want
to
to
put
see a 4?
Shakur in it because I know Shakur
Four.
wants to do
At
it.
130, I can see a 6-man tournament.
Who?
Nobody can. No, there's not gonna be.
Who?
Who? You got
Well,
three,
okay,
four.
you got Shakur.
4 still.
Okay,
you got
Shak-
Burchell. You got Burchell. Garrett. You got.
Oh, Loma's gonna go down for sure.
Okay, this is my opinion. Could be the 6. I'm not matching order of who's fighting who. I'm just saying these are the
Oh,
people.
Top Rank does have one small. So give me Berchelt, Oscar Valdez.
That's 2 people. Shakur Stevenson. That's
Shakur
3.
Stevenson.
I ain't lying.
Let
You do that
Shakur beat-
okay.
let Shakur beat
Okay.
up Loma. Let Shakur
At
beat up
130,
Loma.
at 130, you're right because I completely fucking forgot about Oscar Valdez.
Okay, and there's Oscar Valdez.
I wanted Shakur to dog because Shakur would.
There's still
dog
that guy that fights
Shakur,
that
bro.
fights with Terrence Crawford, his teammate.
Oh,
He has
Jamel
a
Herring?
belt.
Yeah,
Jamel
Jamel Harris.
Okay, and that's 4 right there. But
Oh,
if
Carl
you're
Frampton, he's gonna
but if
fight
you're
Carl
gonna bring in Gary Russell, you have to add one more that makes it
Smoke.
6.
Frampton is about to get
Okay, but if you're gonna bring Gary Russell who's 126, if you want him to be a 130, that's 5 people.
126.
Okay, but if you
I
want to
don't
add
think
It
him,
worked out so great for Santa Cruz.
I
don't
know.
think he could. I don't think he could even be inside like that type of tournament, bro. He's
Okay,
okay,
but-
PBC, and he's picky about who he fights.
But okay, if we're gonna put a
I don't
tournament,
think he's picky about who he's fighting. I think
He's
he gets
very picky
avoided.
about where he fights, bro. He's about when he fights and who he fights. He's picky. You could tell if there's someone that fights once every one time a year.
But you
they're
think
very
that might have
picky.
something to do with people avoiding him?
Like who? I mean,
Like a
Devin
lot of
offered him a
people.
contract.
Devin was already in. Devin had already had that.
Devin
fucking
was already in
Guillermo
camp.
shit. Yeah, he was already had that Guillermo shit sewn up. Like we know
No,
that
he
Gary
said it was
Russell.
either
Gary,
Gambo
no,
or
Gary Russell was a backup plan on that one.
Well, why was he talking all that shit?
Why wouldn't you?
Why not
Fighter.
sign the
Nigga,
contract?
why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you talk shit?
How you gonna call out Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney and then? not
No, he
still
didn't.
not fight? What's the
Let's not
story
get
on
that out
that?
there.
What's the story on that?
He called out Devin. He called out Terrence Crawford. Devin Haney opened his mouth and said, "Why don't you fight me?" That's how that went.
Oh,
He
'cause
wasn't.
Devin's always-
He wasn't talking to Devin. Devin was running his mouth. Which again, I have nothing with.
Devin was fighting everybody.
I'm here for the bullshit. Yeah, I'm here for the bullshit. But let's keep it real. Gary Russell didn't start that argument.
Who
Devin
wins
Haney
Tank
did.
or Gary Russell? And how does it happen?
Tank
How?
flatline.
He has to.
do you
fight
think he's
Weston.
too explosive and too much power?
No, I think Gary catches him, bro. Tank gets hit a lot. Nah, it catches him, hurts him, but he's gonna like touch him
Hit a
up.
lot?
He's gonna touch him up.
No, you said Tank gets hit a lot.
He didn't get hit a lot against Lil Santa Cruz.
No, he did not get.
Bro, I was watching this fight with you guys. Literally, he was getting touched up. Was he not getting touched up?
Do you not understand who we're talking to here sometimes?
I know, but was he not getting touched
Yes,
up?
it was.
Thank you.
I'm not even saying he got rocked or anything.
He didn't get rocked.
He was
He
getting
didn't have no
touched.
fucking power. But of course he was getting
Okay,
touched.
okay. If you're standing in front of me and I throw 12 punches